Welcome back to Dairyayres. Guess what? I'm on a mission again. Come up with another idea. I was sitting around the other night thinking, and I thought about, I'm always making cheese, I'm always making wine, and it seems like every time I see stuff on TV, they're always having like a fig preserves or fig jam with cheese, and I thought, I need to make some fig jam. That's what I need to do. I've got plenty of time. I could perfect my own recipe. I got 2 trees growing outside there. I planted them this last summer. They're only like 8 inches tall each. But I've always wanted to have a fig tree. And these are like my, I think, 8th and 9th trees. Hubby kept running over the other ones. I finally got them in a place where they're safe. So I'll transplant them when they get a little older. But until they are older and actually giving me figs, I got to figure this out. I thought, I am going to get me some figs. There's no finding any figs around here, okay? I've looked and there is none. So what I did was ask the guy in the produce area, do you ever get figs? Do you have any figs? Can I get some figs somehow, some way? He said, the only figs we have are these over here, and he showed me. And so we had these dehydrated mission figs. Well, I grabbed one of them real quick, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. I don't care, I'm going to give it a shot. So I thought, what can I do? I mean, they're all dehydrated. I'm going to have to get these babies plumped back up somehow. I mean, they're all shriveled up in there. They don't look real dry, but, you know, let's open it up and take a look here. But I got to do something because I want to make some preserves. If I can get it open. Here we go. Okay, so they're kind of, all right. Yeah. This will work, I think. I hope. We'll see. But anyway, I thought, what can I do? How can I get them plumped up? What can I do to give it some good flavor other than water? I don't want to do just water. So I thought, well, I could do some champagne. I thought, that's a really good idea. I really like the idea of that. It kind of fresh and light tasting, you know, in the background there. Very good idea. And then I thought, what else can I do? Anything else? And I thought, I could do some frangelico. Give it a little hazelnut in the background. You know, like for winter time. I mean, I'm going to can this, so it's going to be around for a bit. And I thought, yeah, I want to do that too. I think that's a pretty good idea. But I want something light and happy, with a happy little note behind it. Spring's coming and Easter's coming, and I want to have something ready for Easter, right? For the charcuterie board. And then I remembered, okay, I've got this. We've got some pink sangria. Pink sweet sangria. And I thought, that's perfect. That's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to start with is putting these into a mason jar and covering them with this. I'll probably use 1/2 to 3/4 of it and save the rest of it while I'm making the preserves. I'll pour it in there so that the sugar with it doesn't burn in the bottom. So anyway, that's what I'm going to start with, and that's what I'm going to do. So we'll get back to it after they get done soaking for 24 hours. Hang on. Stick with me. All right. So this is what we're working with. I got a wide mouth jar to make it easier, quart jar. Got our sun-dried mission figs and this pink sangria, sweet pink sangria. That's what we're going to use. So let's do it. Let's see how far we can get here. Just got them washing my fingers, so they're clean. After I get them plumped up, then I will take off the stems. They all have these little stems on them. Well, not all of them. Some of them have stems. But after we get them plumped up, then we'll take those off. If they don't plump up in alcohol like this, I might have to go back through and poke them with a toothpick or something. We'll see how it goes in 24 hours. I'm not in a big hurry. I got a lot of time between now and Easter, so we'll get there slowly but surely. See how this goes. I hope it works. So I'm hoping that, since this is 8 ounces of this, I'm hoping that when I get done, I'll have maybe 12 ounces of preserves. We'll see. I don't know. I doubt I'm going to have to add much sugar, considering that this is a sweet sangria and figs are fairly sweet anyway. They have a lot of pectin, so I'm not going to have to add any pectin. All right. I think they're under. They are. I'll cover them up and put them in the fridge. We'll be back. See it in 24 hours and see how it goes. Alrighty, we're back. It took about 2 days for this. I had to add more of the wine to it, the sangria. I have my jars in here in the oven. They're doing their thing. And I have a sieve here. I can drain these. And I have a scale set up so that I can see how much sugar I'm going to need. I got all the sugar on standby. So I'm going to start draining these and cutting off the little stems on them. So that's what we're going to start with right now. I'm going to drain them and strain them into this pot. Okay. Then I'm going to move back over here and put them in this one. So I'm really curious how many I'm going to get out of this. I think the sugar is what's going to make the difference here. But I'll tell you what, I tasted it, the juice from it last night. It was really good. So I'm excited about that. All right, I'm going to pour the juice from that jar back into the jar and set it aside and start cutting these in halves. Some of them are pretty soft, but I'm going to cut them in half, and that's it, no more than that. We'll see how this goes, right? I mean, this is my first time ever having to mess with mission figs, or dehydrated figs at that, so we'll see how this goes. You're never gonna learn if you just don't jump in with both feet, guys. You gotta give it a shot. Works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. At least I tried. At least I, you know, gave it a shot. I'm not going to learn anything sitting on the couch watching TV. That's for sure. Gotta get out and do it. Almost done. So now I'm going to weigh these. I'm going to tear it 0. Let's see what we got for weight. $10 ounces. A little bit over 10, actually, like 10.4. But hey, that's good. We'll just figure out the sugar from there. And I don't think we're gonna need that much sugar. Let me wash my hands. All right, I put the same amount of sugar in the bowl that was the equal amount to the figs, okay? Okay, so I got the same amount of sugar in here. I'm not gonna use all that unless I have to. I'm gonna taste it, but I'm not gonna add any more than that either. I wanna add about half. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put just a little bit of this in there, which is the wine. Probably, I'm thinking it's about a half cup there. Okay, and then I'm going to put the sugar in. I'm gonna try that right there. It's not quite half, but that's what we're starting with, and we'll go with that. So I'm going to cook this. And get it all melted down, get all that sugar melted really good, and then I'll go from there. Let me show you the inside of these figs. They're pretty dark. They're like this color. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get closer. Let's see. They're pretty dark. They kind of have all the sugar incorporated. I did add another half cup of the wine because I kind of want that to be the background flavor anyway, so just keep stirring. I tasted a little bit of the liquid. I took some out from the spoon and put it on the palm of my hand, and oh my goodness, it is so good. I do not need any more sugar. So whatever this makes is the way it's going to be. I'm not going to get much out of this batch, and I knew that going into it, and that's okay because I don't need that much ever anyway. This is like just for my cheese boards, you know, for holidays and stuff, so special occasions or whatever. So I have those real little quarter pint jars that I'm using, and if I get 4 of those, I'll be happy. So all right, I'm going to continue on, guys. Okay, I pulled these guys off the stove for a minute because I realized that these skins on these were pretty dry from being sun-dried, of course, in the sun. They're not like fresh figs. So what I ended up doing was just pull them off, and I am cutting them into slices. I think that'll help a lot, get us where we need to go. Otherwise, I'm not sure that they'll ever break down, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I just want to make sure you knew that. I'm not going to fake it and act like it all turned out just fabulous and I didn't have to do anything. I'm real about everything. So this is the real deal here. These are sun-dried figs. I'm trying to make some jam with them. Hope it works, and I'm going to keep going, but they are hot. Woo! Okay. What I did was this. Some of them were fairly soft, and I just cut them like in thirds. And then the ones that were tougher, I tried to get as many slices as I could out of them. So now we're going to put them back in the pan. Sorry about the noise there. I'm going to put them back in the pan. There's only like an inch of, not even an inch, about to here, a ½ inch of liquid down in there. So I might have to add more because there needs to at least be some liquid to cover this, maybe a little bit. I don't know. We'll see as we go along. They'll break down some, I'm sure, and then I won't have to worry about it. I really don't want to add any more liquid. So, all right, I'm going to wash my hands and then we'll continue on, get this board cleaned up. I got it back on the heat, and we are getting her nice and hot again and bring her to a boil. And then I'm going to turn it down and let her simmer for quite a while. Pull all the pectin out of the fruit. I'm not adding any pectin. I'm trying my hardest not to use any products like that this year. I'm trying to keep everything as natural as possible, and this fruit has plenty of pectin of its own. So there's really no need to add anything other than the sugar. And if I wanted to season it with anything or put a spice in it or whatever. So, you know, I'm leaving it as it is. That's it. And I'm telling you what, the flavor is so good already that it's unbelievable. So I'm really happy because, quite frankly, I don't like spending the money on pectins. I guess I'm just a cheapskate. I don't know, but the prices just keep going up on everything, and quite frankly, I'm tired of spending money on that kind of stuff, so I'm not. I'm doing it the old way, guys. Going back to the roots. Getting back to the old ways of doing things. They're so much better anyway, and they're so much healthier, so that's what I'm doing. I can hear it kind of boiling down in there, so it's going to come to a pretty good boil here soon. I think I've got my stove on 8. So I'm just going to keep stirring this so it doesn't stick. This is going to take a while. This is going to take probably a good 20 minutes, easy, I'm guessing. Maybe more, since these were dehydrated, or sun-dried rather. So, but we'll see. I notice it's getting the foam on the top. Usually we skim the foam off, and I usually add a little pat of butter in there to my other jams and jellies, but I'm not going to do that this time either. I'm just going to see when it simmers down a little bit after it boils for a spell, if that foam kind of goes away. We'll see. If it's still there, then I'll take it off before I jar it. And we'll get back to it in a few. Okay, so I've been cooking this for quite a while, and it is getting thicker. It's not there yet, but it is getting thicker. I'm taking the wooden spoon, I'm kind of mushing them up as I go along and keep stirring them. Keep stirring them. We're getting there. It's a slow process, but it smells so good that I just can't wait. It's going to be so worth it. So I'll show you what it looks like. There you are. It is bubbling like crazy. But it's thickening up. This house is so hot, being an A-frame. Oh my gosh, the walls are like a foot thick and they keep the heat in. So it is toasty in here. I'm gonna turn this oven off, get my jars out. I think we're almost ready. Let me do a little check on a saucer and then we'll know. All right, I am putting a little bit of lemon peel in this. Just a little bit because it helps bring out the flavors so well that I wanted to get a little bit in there. And this stuff is ready. I mean, it is ready. I can tell. I'm gonna get my jars out and turn it off. It can sit there a second. Alrighty, and just so you know, I put a little more lemon in there than you thought I did. You didn't see me put all the amount that I put in there, but anyway, here we go. We need a 1/4 inch headspace. I think we got more than enough there. I just went ahead and left the dirty towel down because, oh my gosh, this stuff splatters everywhere. It's crazy. Looks like it could have probably used a little bit more liquid, to tell you the truth. Maybe I should have added all that extra. I don't know. But it's definitely more like a preserve, a thick preserve at that. So, okay, that one's good, that one's good. We'll see how this one's going. Could use a little bit more. Whew, doggy. And then put the rest on this one, I guess. See how that goes. Get all the goodies. Don't leave any behind. Yeah, it's definitely set up, that's for sure. And I also am not water bathing this. This is fine the way that it is. All right, I'm gonna clean the rims with some vinegar. This one first. Boy, they are hot too. Whew, doggy. All right. And these lids are hot. I'm going to turn them upside down. Woo! This one, we will, oh man, that's hot. We'll just use it this summer, or not this summer, but like throughout the month. Okay, man, hot. Don't really need to clean this one, but I also don't like sticky jars, so, oh my goodness. Put that one in the fridge after it cools. Whew. All right, let me get this mess cleaned up. All right, so we ended up with 4 4-ounce jars. This one's a little shy, not too bad, but it's a little bit. I'm debating whether to open it or not. I mean, I think it'll probably be fine, but we'll see if it seals. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna wait till they cool, and then I might just go ahead and open and taste it before we leave you today. But anyway, I'm really happy with it. See what it looks like down here. It's pretty good. Nice and thick, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that would be chunky on a cracker. I didn't want so much the jelly as I do the actual piece of fig. So, since we're eating it with cheese and meat, I wanted something that would go, you know, a substantial piece of it on each cracker or whatever you're dipping with. Okay, we'll let them cool and I'll try one out before we leave. Hey guys, I just wanted to let you know, it turned out awesome. I mean, sangria, fig, jam. It turned out awesome. I'm so glad that when I get my little whims and my ideas that I try them out, because I would have never ever known otherwise. I kept this jar intact because it did get filled up all the way to the line. After it settled, it's at least to there. That's, you know, fine. I mean, the other ones needed a 1/4 inch, but that sealed just fine. The top's on it perfect. So I'm going to mark it, and when I open it up, I'll smell it and make sure it's fine before we use it, but I'm not going to worry about it at all. All of the jars sealed perfectly. I was out to the store and I picked up 2 of these. I just want to let you know. These are organic figs, and these are a little lighter. I don't know if they're called the turkey browns, but they're kind of lighter. But I've got 2, and I'm going to do the one with the frangelico and the one with the champagne. And I also have, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the preserves with both of them. I would like to make some cakes. And what I mean by cakes is kind of like this is, but not separated. Have it all like congealed together. And so kind of make it like a preserve, but not so much of a jelly type thing, and have it kind of stuck together. And that way you can just cut off some and put it on your plate, and then you can use it and put it on your cheese or meat or whatever that way. And I think I'm going to put some pistachios in there. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but that's what I'd like to do. Anyway, I'm going to do one with the frangelico and one with the champagne. If you think that you may have a better idea, let me know, because I might try it instead. I'm open to suggestions. So, hey, that's how great things are invented, right? So if you got any good ideas, let me know what they are, and I might just give that a shot. So I'm glad you stuck with me. I'm glad we got to the end here and realized just how stinking good this stuff is. It is so good. I'm so happy we did it. Anyway, have a good day, a great week, and a terrific year. It's going to be an awesome one, remember? Bye-bye.